Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Catherine Addy, and I'm the interim president of Great Bay and very proud to be with you all here today. We are going to begin today's ceremonies with the singing of the national anthem by one of our very own Great Bay students, Mary LeBlanc. Please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mary. You may now be seated. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the 2020 graduates who are here with us today. These students waited patiently this past year for the opportunity to attend their very own commencement, and we are thrilled to recognize them for their hard work and dedication. Let's give them a round of applause, please. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the college community represented here on stage with me today. They will stand as I read their names, and please hold your applause till the end. Lisa McCurley, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Tina Favara, Vice President of Student Success and Enrollment Management. Deanna Friedman, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs. Thank you. At this time, I would like to see our other academic department chairs, program coordinators, and additional faculty and distinguished staff who are with us today. Would you please stand so we can recognize you as well? Thank you very much. So, to our proud graduates and their proud families who are here today, we are pleased to be here in this live audience, not a computer screen. This is Great Bay's 75th anniversary, so especially we are grateful today to be celebrating in person. Great Bay is one of the oldest community colleges in New Hampshire and is, in addition, among the oldest in the United States of America. So that is something to be celebrated. So we are pleased to be able to do it here today. Every year when I prepare for commencement, or have, I think about my own experience, and I'm really shocked to remember how long ago it was. I don't feel any older in some ways than the day I graduated from college, unless I look in the mirror and see my gray hair. Does that mean then that when we look in the mirror, we usually see the way we think we are? Old, fat, thin, attractive, not? Does the mirror reflect what we already believe, not what actually might be there? So graduates, how are you seeing yourselves today? Hopefully you have a plan and know what is next. Today by itself, this ceremony, these words, this degree are not going to change your life. It is what you do after today that will change your life. So as you look in that mirror after today, see yourself as someone who is prepared to take on whatever comes, as someone who is still curious, wanting knowledge and understanding, someone who tries always to do what is right. You should be proud, but not necessarily satisfied. I could be talking today about how rough this past year has been, or what a mess we are in, how you have to fix things, without saying exactly how you might do that. No one really knows on the best path to take. About the best I can say to you is that yes, times are difficult right now. Yes, there is a lot of social upheaval. Yes, electronic devices seem to be taking over the world and dominating our lives. But each generation has its challenges. My grandparents had the challenges of World War I and the first pandemic. My parents had the challenge of World War II and polio. My generation, Vietnam, AIDS. The next generation's 9/11, the Gulf War. Your generation gets COVID and whatever else is to come. Nonetheless, I strongly believe that having an education means you will be able to meet those challenges, whatever they are. And the rest of us, we believe that you will live up to our high expectations of you. Especially at this time of year, community college people tell and retell and remember our favorite stories about our students. Most of them are stories about students who have overcome incredible odds to arrive at this point, or stories about graduates who have distinguished themselves in some way. I have many favorite stories as well, but one of the first was from a student I had in freshman composition many years ago. Her husband found out that she was going to school secretly. He did not approve. When he found out, he dismantled her car so that she could not get to school. So instead, she dismantled their marriage, and she went on and became a teacher, somebody to be very proud of. There are other stories as well of students who excel but have to learn English first, or students who have come with college degrees from other countries but who have to start over in this country in order to build a new life for themselves. Once I was having a conversation with someone who started asking me questions about how long it would take to get a degree in psychology. I launched into these elaborate explanations about the difference between a full-time student, a part-time student, how one could go to summer school and get a head start, etc., because I thought he was asking on behalf of a family member, like a child or even a grandchild. As it turns out, he was asking about himself, and he was 83. I have been curious about what commencement speakers have been saying at various ceremonies around the state and the country, and thought I might pick up a gem or two of some profound wisdom to pass along today. Instead, here is what I have decided. There is no difference between those who are graduating from any college in the country and those of you who are graduating here at Great Bay. Overcoming sometimes difficult circumstances, worrying about money and how to pay for this college education, struggling with classes that were not easy for you, maybe some apprehension about what is next. These emotions are shared by all graduates, not just by you. What separates your accomplishment we are celebrating today from anyone else who has been through the same thing, regardless of the school, is how you feel about yourself inside. Now, even though I didn't find anything profound that other commencement speakers were saying, I did find some gems to share from a book given to me many years ago that I just recently rediscovered. These are short quotations from kids who are pretty smart. So listen carefully. From Robin, age 15. You should never let your fears become the boundaries of your dreams. From Jennifer, age 13. The more mistakes I make, the smarter I get. From Jamin, age 15, you can't change the past, but you have choices for the future. From Megan, age 13, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. From Frank, age 13, riding your bike on ice is not as exciting as planning it. From Patrick, age 10, you can't trust dogs to watch your food. From Rosemary, age 7, you can't hide a piece of broccoli in a glass of milk. Or from Aaron, age 14, all the bad things I have heard about algebra are true. What we want for you most of all today is for you to have a sense of self-respect, a sense of pride, and a sense of purpose as you leave Great Bay. When you entered this campus, we wanted you to feel safe enough to risk experiencing new things and new relationships. We wanted you to challenge yourself academically, yet know that we were there to help you if you stumbled. We have tried very hard to make sure you have the tools you need to succeed as you leave. Your presence here is evidence, we hope, that you are ready. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you for making Great Bay a part of your journey. Thank you. At this time, I want to announce the recipients of the 2021 Chancellor's Awards for Service Excellence and Teaching Excellence. These awards provide acknowledgement of our outstanding staff and faculty by their peers, and they were distributed last week at an all-college meeting. The Chancellor's Award for Service Excellence was presented to Brian Scott and Brittany Mulkegian of the Student Life Department here on campus. They have been instrumental in putting this entire ceremony together today, among many other things that they do. And the Chancellor's Award for Teaching Excellence was presented to Bonnie Miller, a faculty member in Veterinary Technology. I think they deserve a round of applause. We also announced the recipients' names for the 2021 President's Award for Outstanding Adjunct Faculty and Outstanding Student. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Adjunct Faculty was nominated by a student and voted on by his peers. It's an award given to an adjunct whose commitment to Great Bay serves academic integrity and student needs in the greater interest of the teaching and learning community. This award was presented to Mr. Reed Gorley, a clinical adjunct faculty member in nursing. And the President's Award for Outstanding Student is presented to a student who has demonstrated academic excellence in his or her classes, has made outstanding contributions to the college and the community. This year's President's Award went to Ashley Atkinson, also a nursing student who graduated last night. I think they deserve a round of applause. Thank you. At this time, I am proud to present Lisa McCurley, Vice President for Academic Affairs, who will announce the recipients' names for the 2021 Academic Department Awards.
Thank you, Dr. Addy. I am pleased to announce the following Academic Department Awards for the following programs. The award winners will please stand when their name is called and remain standing. The following students are hereby recognized for outstanding achievement in their respective fields of study. Surgical Technology, Mary Pond Briand. Veterinary Technology, Leanne Genest. Congratulations and thank you.
A commencement student speaker is expected to embody attributes that include leadership, civic and community engagement, and engage in intellectual development through a process of inquiry and discovery. A student speaker models these attributes through academic excellence and utilizes this honor to celebrate the accomplishments of fellow graduates. I am pleased to introduce our student speaker today, Ms. Samantha Catalano. Samantha.
Good morning, class of 2021 and members of the class of 2020, faculty, staff, and families. My name is Samantha Catalano, and I am honored to speak to you all today. Today is the day, today is our day, today is the day we walk across the stage and collect our diplomas and finally say we did it. We all have a reason to be here, even though in the beginning, some of us didn't know what the heck we were doing. I was 23 years old when I had my first child, and that I surely did not know what I was doing because I was a single parent. But I figured it out. I'm now 29 years old with a 5-year-old daughter, and she is the reason why I keep pushing to achieve my goals. We all have a story that we will continue to write even after we walk off this stage and start our new journeys. My story began when I came to Great Bay, because I wanted to better my life. I wanted to achieve something that I always thought was impossible for me, but I proved myself wrong. I came to Great Bay thinking I'm just going to settle for whatever I can do. But what I learned through being a mother is that making a difference in a child's life and making that child feel safe and loved is important for that child's success. During my studies, I accepted a job in a daycare preschool setting. I thought this experience was going to help me better my life. But truth is, the kids I take care of every day and the child I am raising by myself better my life and is the reason why I keep pushing forward. My educational experience at Great Bay has been one of the best I've had in so long. The teachers I've had throughout my years at Great Bay have been amazing and so extremely helpful. They believed in me when I did not believe in myself. The support and understanding they have for me is beyond what I ever experienced in my previous school years. Throughout the years of my college experience, I have watched myself grow into the woman I am today. I started school just thinking I'm just going to get this done and over with, and I never expected to truly enjoy learning. And my love of learning helped me realize why I am in the field I am today. My intent is to be a school teacher because when I was in school, teachers treated my learning disability like it was a burden to them. I never want a child to feel like their education does not matter because they have difficulties. Every child is unique in their own way, but deserve to learn as well as finding joy in learning. Achieving my goal of graduating was not easy. I overcame obstacles to get myself where I am today. I am a single mother, which is one of the hardest jobs you could possibly ever do. The long sleepless nights of doing schoolwork while making sure my child was settled for bedtime after a long day of school was exhausting, but I would never change anything. I probably would not be on this stage if I never had that little girl. My little girl is my motivation as to why I push myself so hard to achieve my goals. She is my absolute rock star. I did not give up because I had a little girl watching me, and I want to remind her every day that nothing in this world can bring her down or stop her. I heard this quote from Steve Jobs. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You have to find what you love, and that is as true as for your work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you have not found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. My father always told me growing up, and still does to this very day, if you love what you do, You won't ever have to work a day in your life. I am so lucky that I have found what I love to do. When I found out I was graduating, the first person I thought about was my daughter. I couldn't wait to tell her, "Mom, you finally did it, baby girl." Her first reaction was the best reassurance a mother could ever get. She told me she was proud of me. Working full-time and going to school while raising a child by myself was a struggle, but we proved to those who told me that I could never do it by myself that it is possible. And to every single one of you, I tell you this from the bottom of my heart. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do not allow anyone, not even yourself, tell you that it's impossible, because it's possible. Now go out and write your story, because your stories do not end here. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021 and 2020.
Thank you, Samantha. Well done. Will today's graduates please rise? President Addy, I present to you the students of the class of 2021 and the attending members of the class of 2020 who have fulfilled the requirements for a degree or a certificate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the State of New Hampshire and by the laws of the State of New Hampshire, I have the honor to present the appropriate degree to those candidates who have met the requirements of their respective curriculum with all of the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. You may now be seated.
As a reminder, we ask everyone in the audience to please remain seated for the entirety of the program.
Will degree and certificate candidates please come forward as your name is called?
The following are candidates for the degree of Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts. Lydia K. Collins. Kenneth Stanley. The following are candidates for the certificate in massage therapy. Kelly Nicole Genso. Heather Lynn Joseph. Isla McClella. Lindsay Elizabeth Nadeau. Sylvia Nardino. The following are candidates for the degree of Associate in Science in Surgical Technology. Anna Bernard. Ailey J. Darling. Henry David Hayes. Emily A. Jackson. Jessica Lee Jones. The following are candidates for the degree of Associate in Science in Veterinary Technology. Callie Aramian. Jessica L. Beaudry. Cassie Carper. Catherine L. Dakota. Christina Douglas. Sydney C. M. Eaton. Also receiving a certificate in veterinary practice management, Lee Ann Genest. Claire Griffin. Cassandra Hutchins. Karina Lanza. Mariah Lynn McAllister. Arissa Nicole McCarter. Emily Jane McLeod. Paige L. Moore. Tonya Moreno. Suzanne Martin Morse. Emily Pomeroy. Elizabeth Rowley. Vanessa Catherine Rancis. Nika Robinson. Alyssa C. Roloff. Emma Salgado. Shelby Schaefer. Laura Tarr. Rachel Thompson. Ashley Vashon. Jessica C. White.
Will our graduates please rise? and move your tassel from right to left. Honored guests, family, and friends, I present to you the class of 2021 and the attending members of the class of 2020. Please join me in congratulating them.
Congratulations, graduates. As we end our ceremony today, I wish you to leave with an Irish blessing. I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. But I also want to quote a friend of mine who recently gave a speech at a graduation. As you slide down the banister of life, may the splinters never point toward you. Congratulations, everybody. Best wishes.